I'm asking for shots.
Come on.
This thing.
Yeah.
You're the one. You said it too late. I'm with you. I wanted it too.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Finish it. The next one will be done.
Girl, she knows damn well she takes shots. She used to work at Tongu. Or what is it? What was it she worked at? It's here somewhere.
I hope so.
I don't play. You said the job. Let's go.
Okay. It's up. And it's fucking stuck. Y'all loose? Cameras is rolling. Cameras is rolling. Pull this in, please. Closer, tighter. Good.
What she said.
All right, we're not gonna be saying that on fucking podcast.
Please don't.
All right, well, let's get this thing rolling. Misinformed podcast, dating podcast, where we speak about how we feel, get it off your chest a little bit. Why is my phone ringing? Not right now. But we're going to kick this thing off. We're going to go through all these people here and go through exactly who they are, what they do, how old they are, and their current dating status, married, unmarried, whatever it is, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to start on this end first.
Always have to.
Because you right ahead, you right in front, big dog.
Mid-sized dog.
Okay, Mitty.
I already forgot the questions. This is why I shouldn't go first. My name's Anya. I'm 32.
That's on the pod.
What do you do? I am a manager at a healthcare tech company, and I'm not married.
Okay, how old are you?
32.
Okay. Where'd you go to school?
UNC.
Undergrad and master's.
Well, no, I got my master's at Hunter in New York.
Okay, got your master's in what?
Special education.
Okay, cool beans. Next. Come on.
I am Jen. I am 42. I sell educational software, and I'm single.
Okay. And you went to tech?
I went to tech.
Undergrad?
I went to Georgia Southern for 2 years, then Georgia Tech for 2 years.
Okay, you transferred? Why?
Because I was like making straight A's and going to class drunk every day.
Oh, shit.
I felt like I could set the bar a little higher. And,
I didn't know that.
Georgia Tech is the best school in Georgia. So.
Facts. I agree with that. F them Bulldogs.
Whoa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
They're winning right now.
They got the cakest schedule in the world. But was Georgia Tech on your radar before you went to Southern? Or what did you go, you went to Southern, you were like, you killed it, and then you were able to get into tech, or was that always on your radar?
Funny story. I actually got into tech right out of high school.
Oh, you didn't go.
My parents were like, we've seen what your older brother has gone through. You
He
need
went
to
to
go
tech.
like get your partying out because it's really hard. And we want you to have a college experience. And I'm so glad they said that because it was like night and day. So they're like, go to Georgia Southern, see what college is about, and then if you still really want to go, then transfer in. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad I did that.
Gotcha. Nice move. Shout out to the parents.
Yeah.
Stepping
good
in,
advice.
carving that
I'm like,
future.
so basically you're saying I'm going to fail out because I'm going to party too much if I go to tech.
Knowing their daughter well.
Well,
I like it. All right, who we got here?
I'm Evelyn. I'm 23. I'm a full-time student and have a full-time job at Mercedes.
Okay.
And I'm single as fuck.
Okay. Is that sounds like you're taking applications?
Yes.
Okay. And then what school do you go to?
Kennesaw State.
KSU. The Owls. Okay. I don't have an owl. No. I don't know.
That sounds like an owl, bro.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they hoot.
Okay, hoot. Yeah, that's what it is. Hoot. All right. Next up.
All right, so
Y'all know this guy.
yeah, you know me. My name is Alejandro, aka Oscar. I have a business and I work at a place at sales or in sales. I'm 35. I'm single. I'm not taking applications. What else? I went to Georgia State.
Georgia State.
That's it.
Cool. All right. Next up.
I'm Jeanette, or Jeannie, either way. I'm 32. I did... what does that mean? I don't know what it means. I did my undergrad in psychology, and then I did my master's in Cambridge. And I have an MBA, and then I have a master in disruptive innovation. And I am also single. And I'm open.
What kind of single? Okay. I'm starting to notice y'all like lightly end up saying what kind of single y'all were. Because he's single, he's like not accepting. Then you're like single as fuck, am accepting. And then you're single, accepting application.
I'm open. open. I'm not like looking.
Well, if you're single, why would you not be accepting applications?
Because some people are still hurt.
Oh.
Well, with me, it's a little bit different, but yeah.
Yeah, some people hurt.
Why are you not hurt?
Shit just
And
got.
I'm not accepting applications.
You're not?
I said
Cool.
I'm not married.
Cool. And y'all know me, the one and only Brian. I am 35 years old. I went to the College of William and Mary. I majored in economics, and I'm a personal trainer in the city of Atlanta. I've owned a gym for 6 years, and I am single,
That's everybody?
and that's it.
What's the kind of single?
I don't know. I want to leave it up wherever y'all want to
Taking
assume.
applications?
It's just single.
Are you as fuck?
If you like that, apply.
Accepting?
If you come in half-ass, don't apply. How about that? Is that better?
That's same.
That's
That's
true.
what I mean.
You
by
know, that's
open.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
If you got that sauce, then
Yeah.
apply.
Yeah.
Apply. Okay, cool. Well, let's dive in here first. First, did y'all notice I got a new book?
Wow.
It says JP Vault.
Oh, shit. No, I didn't notice.
It's fancy.
It's only for the pod. Only for the pod. All right, well, let's get V. We good over there? And we also got one more person on the mic. You can't see him, but you can hear him. So we want him to introduce himself also.
Hello. I'm
Okay.
producer, hey.
Producer in the building.
Producer, engineer. Call me whatever you want. I'm Valdi. I met Brian out at the grill.
Yes, sir. You know I was eating.
I was making some dry chicken.
He was toasting that
and
shit.
Brian showed me how to brine chicken.
That's a
and that's
Hispanic
where
way.
the relationship started.
Yes.
And now I'm here with the man.
Yes.
So
Where's
yeah,
the-
that's me. I am I'm Baldy, educated at the University of Florida.
Okay.
Accounting
Damn.
undergrad, master's in information systems, and right now I'm just working and living life.
All right.
Much love.
There we go. So that's it. Everybody's here introduced. We're going to jump right into it. First question we're going to ask, and we're going to start with you, and then we're going to go in chronological order. And y'all know, we're not going to have what we happened last. So when you get on the mic, be efficient. Be straight to the point. Try not to go, around the corner, down the hill, through a back alley just to get to the answer. Just get right to it. But the first question we're going to ask is, what are 3 things that you don't like for your significant other to do?
3 things that I don't like.
Like 3 things where you're like, because we spoke a little bit with Anya earlier, so we know what she don't like. But we're gonna start on your end, or we can start with her, give you a little more time.
Being a
Whatever you
gentleman.
want.
No, it's okay.
All right,
I
so
can
3
come
things
up
you
with
don't
that
like.
off the top of my- Okay, so I would say the one thing. I don't know how to say it nicely, but I don't like it when.
Oh, this
people
is not a
do-
nice podcast. It's a
I
real
don't
one.
like it when people do things that are like not common sense. Like if I get the inkling that like you're not all there, like you do some shit that's just like, really though.
Give an example.
Yeah.
The people don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean.
Like I had a guy who signed up for a triathlon but didn't know how to ride a bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
He was trying to aspire to be.
Yo, what the hell?
You don't
He was gonna manifest it. It was just gonna happen.
Yeah.
right? Like you're just like, okay.
What do you mean he didn't know how to ride a bike?
I mean, like
Some people don't know how
he
to ride.
didn't know how to ride it. Like he could
Was he
sort of
slow?
ride it, but like he couldn't like. If you're gonna do a triathlon, you need to know.
How long were you talking to that guy?
We were never really like talking. I just knew him. Like
He was just around.
yeah, like we were friends.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
cool.
we
but-
were friends, and it was like during the pandemic where like you kind of like met people and you kind of stuck around like the same group and stuff.
Weird as fuck.
Right? So like people that do little things like that, where I'm just like, but you didn't like
How long did you
Think
stay in
about-
contact with him after that?
immediately cut it off. I
Oh,
was like,
damn.
we can't even be friends. Like what?
Did you shoot him a DM?
Because of the bike?
Yeah, like because
That's
of the
messed
common
up.
sense thing, like just
Heartless.
lacking like common sense, like.
I feel you. Common sense definitely ain't common, and every day I just get angrier and angrier with people. So
Yeah, and it'll be
I
little
feel
things,
that.
or like let's say like I don't know, the door is locked, and like your first thought is I'm gonna kick the door down instead of like, why don't you just try to open it with the, you know what I'm
Yo,
saying? Like
these men.
these little things. Where,
FBI, open up!
Perfect. Yeah. So that's my main one.
Okay. So that's one down. What are the other two?
And then I would say, I don't like somebody who's always ready to fight. That's my number 2. I don't like a partner or a man who's like too eager to. Somebody's looking at me wrong. Like, what are they doing? Like, I don't like this energy. I don't want to be around it.
All right. And what's 3?
3. I don't like somebody who like boasts or they talk too much of like their accomplishments or they like bragging. Like somebody who acts like they have a lot of money or whether they have it or not, but who says it a lot or talks about it a lot or.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Like
I
that.
don't like the,
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm just like, if you had it,
You and me talking about it.
it.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
cats be capped.
Those are my 3. Can't stand it.
Okay, I like it. All right, what 3 things do you not dislike?
Attitude.
Okay.
What else?
He sounded like he was ready to fire shit off.
know, I was like,
He's like,
okay.
attitude, stuck.
Everything else comes with the attitude.
Okay.
Literally, I mean, attitude, a liar, a woman that doesn't have goals.
Okay, no ambition, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Clean sweet right there. All right. What we got over here, Kennesaw?
Cocky. Don't like that. No style.
Oh, okay. Are you fat? Are you Miss Fashion? Are you like a fashionista a little bit?
But like, you can't just look like a bum every day.
Oh, okay. Well, bum is an extreme.
Yeah,
Can they be okay?
yeah.
Like, can they wear Vans and like a black T-shirt?
Not Vans.
Damn, that's what I wear. It's all good though. I got emotional damage.
Emotion.
It's all good though. I won't wear my Vans around you. What else?
Like good hygiene.
Good hygiene.
You gotta have good hygiene.
Damn, this is crazy. This shit even comes up. All right, that was 3, right?
Yeah.
All right, we moving today. What we got?
3 things I don't like.
Don't like.
The people who lie. I feel like if you lie about little things, it means you probably lie about big things. So if I can't trust you in the little things, then I'm probably not going to trust you.
Okay, none of y'all care about lying.
Yeah. I think, did I ask you?
Yeah, you said that too.
Oh, okay.
People who don't go. People who aren't true to their word. Like if you're not dependable, like
that's a
I
good
can't.
one.
Like if you say you're going to do something, do it. If you don't want to do it,
Sounds
just say you don't
familiar.
want to do it. But
Damn.
and then
Yeah, a button for that.
what else? What do I not like? I'm with you on the hygiene. Like take care of yourself.
Who the hell is not taking
Yeah,
care of themselves that y'all are
yeah,
catching?
that's what I'm.
Like what the hell? No shower?
They what? They don't wipe their ass? What's going on?
You've had someone
No,
on this
they just, like,
podcast that
don't-
does not shower.
Who?
I cannot do
Call
that.
him out.
No.
Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a guy.
No.
He doesn't shower after the gym and he goes and has a
Oh, you
whole
talking
day.
about Rondell? Why don't you just
Oh
say his
shit.
name? Rondell, if you're here, Anya has not
Damn.
forgotten
Shit.
what you
my
said.
mind was blown.
Oh, her mind was blown by that non-shower.
Damn.
Okay.
That is pretty gross. If you go to the gym, like you should shower.
You should shower.
Don't go do your.
Rondell.
He's not here, so I feel bad talking about him.
What the fuck
Wait,
do
I
you
have
mean?
okay. I
you
have a
don't-
better one than hygiene. People that are negative, like just like people that assume the worst, like just
that's
like
mine.
have a good attitude and assume the best, and like
Facts.
you know, I don't know. Don't drag me down with your energy.
Okay.
It's a good one.
All right, Anya.
So that was my number one.
Scoot
Was
up.
just like
Mic down.
I stole your
Not that tall.
People
Oh, rock the
so tall. People who assume the worst. Can't do it.
The way you just rolled that. Funny.
People who come on too strong in any situation.
And people who touch her lower back.
People, and people who buy her
gentleman.
flowers.
And buy her flowers and send her a
Flowers.
dress and like we can do a whole pod about
A
it.
gentleman.
And people who are not like health conscious. Like you're just living like you're gonna live forever and decisions don't matter. Like you don't take care of yourself. Kind of different from hygiene. Like you don't work out, you don't eat right. Those are my 3.
Okay. What are my 3 things that I dislike? Stupidity. I'm big on that. So I kind of want to roll off of what you
I don't
said.
want to say it like that, but that's what I meant.
Yeah, like I don't really get it, and I'm noticing like common sense people just not sharp. And I've realized that God has made us so different in all different ways. But it's just like, golly, man. It's just my friends sometimes be dumb. Girls I've dated been dumb. I've even caught my parents saying dumb shit. And it really drives me up a wall. And I get very angry with the people. And then I don't want to hang out with them or talk to them anymore. So I feel you on that. What else do I dislike? I'm big on energy. So kind of like what Erico said, or Jen. I'm big on energy. So I really want, especially for me and a significant other, I want her like thinking like literally like I can fly. Like at all times. I like that type of energy. Because a lot of things that I feel like creatives create haven't been done before. They're creating their own lane. They're making a new palette. They're making a new genre of music. They're making a new color. And so if you stay within status quo, it's going to be really difficult to break out of that if you can't think outside of the box. So I enjoy when somebody just assumes like, yeah, dude, that's going to fucking work. Even though it may not make sense. Now, it's far different than delusional. Okay, so let's not mix those two. Delusional is stated facts, and you still work against that. But in my opinion, just being like optimistic and just motivating in that sense. And then lastly, what am I big on? Not being able to cook in my significant other. I think that's just a whack trait not to be able to pick up.
Are there many people that don't know how
yes,
to cook
man,
at
all the time.
Yes. Really?
If I count on two hands, I mean, majority of people especially girls I meet that I've dealt with don't know how to cook. Now, I don't mean going in there and throwing a chicken breast on the damn thing with some broccolini. That's not cooking to me. You need to be able to pull out some recipes that auntie and abuela told you about. Don't be pulling out the measuring cup. Like, I want to see how you get down freestyling. If it looks saucy like that, I like that. That energy I like.
Or even trying.
Uh-huh.
Even trying. I had a woman that she would try, and it was nice.
It was okay. I'm good with, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm good with effort because I'm at the age where, like, we're past the effort. Like, I don't need you trying in your 30s.
No, but I'm saying just trying new things. Just
making the knows how to cook.
Anything. Knows how to cook,
Like
but then...
trying a new recipe.
Oh, yes. Okay, I thought you meant never cooked before and then she wants to try on me. No. Try your ass up out of here. Yeah, so So those are my three things right there. All right, so let's go into the next question. The next question I'm going to ask is, if you had to... the guys are going to go first on this one. If you had to tell your last girlfriend the reason you felt like it didn't work out based on what she did, what would that be?
Shit.
These are coming off the dome too, by the way.
Shit.
Let's hope our
started?
exes do
You started? You fucking started.
I can start it. I'll start off. So, damn, that means a couple motherfuckers gonna see this shit.
God damn. Fuck.
Damn, she gonna see this motherfucker. But I'm keeping it 10 toes down. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a hundo. Valdi, make sure to cut this part out. So I would say the reason why, what I say, one or two? I said one thing? Just one thing?
The main thing.
The main thing. The main thing, the reason I feel like my last girl didn't work out is that I would tell her, damn, this is gonna sound tough.
Come on,
I would tell her what I wanted and what would make me happy, and I felt as if she was reluctant to just do it. God, that sounds so strong-arming.
But like what?
But like in a sense, like not knowing how to cook, not necessarily just getting up cleaning, not forward thinking about the things. Y'all kind of know how I am. Because y'all have heard what I like and shit like that. So
I don't. So.
Well, I told you last podcast.
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Yeah, she deleted it also.
Okay.
Mentally.
Oh yeah, she
There was a
forgot.
lot going on.
So things like I'm big on like cooking, cleaning, very traditional role stuff. I'm not really big, like you ain't got to go out there and go make 300,000. I don't care about all that shit. But just really really hold down the household, eventually take care of the kids. I'll be around obviously, but my focus is to cater, to nurture and stuff like that. So I want to see that in a girl. I want to see those steps being taken earlier in the relationship.
Did you live with her, like, to see her cook and clean, or like how?
She was around the crib. I ain't live with her. I mean, I'm not putting her on my lease, but she was in the house majority of the time. But when she she over there, just I wasn't seeing that extra overwhelming effect that I would want somebody to take. And I feel like what I've realized that guys 9 times out of 10, from what I've noticed, is that we don't want to have a discussion with our girl and tell her what we want. Like, it's just, I know people think like we're just gonna have these like cool, calm, collective conversations about how we feel all the time, but it's just like, it just doesn't happen more times than not. And I think you're just gonna waste your time hoping and praying that the next guy you deal with is gonna be like that, because just in the culture that I feel like men are brought up in, it's not really a place where we just sit down and have like kumbaya discussions. And so it doesn't necessarily change when you get a girl. So understanding that and just kind of seeing where the need needs to be is where I kind of see, almost like a business owner, you know, like you see like CEOs or like consultants, like they see issues without them telling them that there's an issue. They just see where the bottleneck in the business is.
But
and so that's kind of
girls
what my
like
girl
that
is.
too? Like, I don't think anybody is just like, let me run you down this list of everything that I need. It's like the more you get to know each other, the more you realize like, oh, okay, he needs this, or I realize he likes this, or you realize like, oh, she needs this. I don't think anybody wants to have a conversation where they're like, you're not meeting these checkboxes.
But I think also like, as far as a man, maybe
like,
you
you're
think as
not-
far as like you expressing yourself. Am I correct? Sometimes like women say express yourself, but then when we do, oh, well, that's not what I want to hear.
Yeah, it's like the dialogue. Like you're saying, like the woman should be like everybody. So both either gender should be forward thinking and just kind of figure it out. But what I'm saying, more times than not, women are complaining about not having a sit down and having that dialogue. I don't hear women complaining about, well, I didn't know what he want, blah blah blah. They're complaining about the guy not sitting down and expressing his feelings about what upsets him or why he's angry or why he's upset. And so I think if it's the awareness component, it's that third eye. If you can just, like, you know, posting your ass on Instagram probably ain't gonna make your man happy, but girls want to try it out and figure it out later. And then when their man ghosts them, they act like they ain't know what happened.
Well, if they're posting their ass, they're looking for attention.
Ooh, how do y'all feel about that?
But let me ask you this: have
disagree
y'all,
with
Let's get back to
dated
that.
girls
Oh.
that post their ass on Instagram?
No.
No. Initially, yes,
No.
but not when they're dating me.
Yeah. Now, as a matter of fact, I was the one that posted her ass one day when we were on the boat and I was drunk.
Shout out to you.
And I took a picture of it because I wanted to show off her ass, and I posted her on my. She knows what I'm talking about.
I like that.
And I posted her on my thing. And, I mean, it was like thong. She was bent over.
Yeah.
It was on the boat in Miami. Boom. Posted it.
Yeah.
But then everybody knows that's mine. I posted it, but
That's cool.
yeah. But then
Yeah,
a
but that's
female
not.
posted
That's
it.
female post.
If you're posting it, it's for sale.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I didn't want to say it like that, but I'm saying though, okay, if you're with a man and you're posting your ass, what's the purpose of posting your ass in a thong?
To get attention.
Oh. Okay.
I think it's to
But
get
why does
engagement.
anybody ever do it? For attention.
Absolutely.
Attention.
I think there's a difference between attention and engagement.
What's the
Okay.
difference?
I think if you have a platform, you want engagement. The way you get
Oh,
paid
I
is
see what
through
you're saying.
engagement. It's not like, oh, I
Yeah.
want attention for you.
Like you're
an
saying, if you're
ass.
like an influencer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I know that my views are gonna go up. They're gonna skyrocket, and I have a report.
What classifies it? Well, define me as an influencer.
But I've seen women where they are fucking beautiful and they post a whole outfit and they're not showing any ass. They're actually being very conservative. I actually reposted that woman and she is millions of followers. I've gone through her profile, no ass anywhere.
Which is
I-
fine. I think
I guess
there
it
are
depends
different
which
kinds
influence.
of like different kinds of like content.
Yeah, I
Like
guess you're right.
then there's an audience for all of it. But I guess I wouldn't necessarily always be like, it's attention. It's like, look at maybe what it is. Look at their audience or look at what they do, and then maybe make the judgment from there.
So I guess if they do post, I guess promiscuous things as such, what audience are they trying to build? Like an OnlyFans
I mean,
audience?
it depends.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Now,
Well, I'm gonna also like disagree with that.
which one? The
So
OnlyFans?
I'm gonna say personally, right?
Okay.
Like, I'm a live streamer. I don't do OnlyFans and I don't sell content, but I know who my audience is.
What is a
And
live
so-
streamer?
So
though?
hold on, yeah.
I know what live stream means, but what do you mean you're a live streamer? Like, are you Twitch or like what does that mean?
So I do it basically across all platforms, but I do have a Twitch, and I stream on TikTok, and I stream on POF, and I stream across like the Meet Me suite of apps. Like, you're just a live streamer. I don't know how to explain it. I have a full-time job, but I live stream like every day.
So you talking about like Kai Sanat live stream?
Like what?
Kai. Does anybody know who Kai is?
No.
K.A., the black guy, the black kid. Valdi, do you know who Kai is? Kai, I just showed you a video of him the other day. Remember, and I told you got signed by AMP?
Yeah, I know who he is. I can bring him up.
Yeah, pull him up on the screen so they can see who that is real quick.
Yeah,
So do you post
delusion
like do you post pictures of your
I
ass?
post everything. Not really. Like, I post more like my outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you get out of this? Like, do you get paid for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but I'm saying though.
Whoa, does that make it okay? Because there's a check?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hold on now.
No, but seriously.
No, and
like,
I'm just curious, like, what the point
do you
is.
post stuff?
Y'all
of
never
your
seen
ass
this
or-
guy, Kai?
No, I've never seen this guy.
Golly, how do y'all stream and not know? This is the #1 stream in the world.
Oh, well,
I don't
don't
watch
watch
it.
it.
I don't stream.
Hey, I mean, I don't watch. It's the #1 streamer in the world.
Does he
Is
show
this
ass?
kid?
5
Do y'all know who
followers.
Speed?
What is
Yeah,
this
I know
stream?
Speed.
I know
Yeah, I know Speed.
Yeah, this is like his little homeboy, Aiden Ross.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this is that whole little crew right
So does he show ass?
But
No,
see,
we
I
don't
was
show
like
now. No ass is being shown. Pause too, by the way. Big pause.
Yeah, I know
that's Speed.
Yeah, Speed with Cristiano Ronaldo. and everything.
That's probably because he
Hell
does all the
yeah.
soccer shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So damn, I feel like we don't turn this question into what we posted ahead. Okay. I mean, I get why I understand why somebody would post provocative photos, obviously to get the attention of male counterparts and the engagement and the eyes and the et cetera, et cetera. But I do run into the question of, is it like how like, obviously it's for a check, right? But is that enough? Is the check enough for you to say, I'm okay with possibly the guy that may have reached out to me, but because he sees the way that I am presenting myself on social, chooses not to even go down that lane because of that? Or I've dated a guy that maybe entertained me at first, but maybe I chose to stick to kind of to my guns on that particular vibe, and then he just kind of walked from it in general. Because I feel like certain guys will compartmentalize women that do that.
Yeah.
Like I know I do.
I do.
Like I've seen girls who do that stuff, and I'm like, cool. I'm just we're gonna take it down and we're gonna slide. It ain't gonna be nothing
You
serious.
hit like and that's
But
it.
you even said you've dated girls that have done that.
Yeah, but I stop them. Once a girl gets with me, she doesn't do that anymore. So
I think it depends on
I don't even
like
tell
their
them.
vibe as well. Like, you don't
Sorry,
need
go
to
ahead.
tell them. Yeah, I think
I
like,
don't
it
even
depends
tell
on their
them, yeah.
vibe, right? So like, but I don't know because I'm not a content poster that posts like provocatively. I don't have an OnlyFans, and my live stream isn't about my sexuality or my body or anything like that. So I don't know.
let's.
But I
Hey,
feel like if
Valdi,
that's-
pull up her Instagram while we're at it. Go ahead.
But I feel like if that.
Oh shit!
What
I feel
happened?
like-
That's what the TV's for.
He's like, put her on.
Yo,
I
damn,
have
putting
nothing
shit
to
on
be on
blast,
No,
bro.
no blast.
Which that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I think like you made me lose my train of thought. But I
She got
think,
nervous.
Should I not put it up?
Is there
Should
some
I not
ass
post
on there?
it?
no, I don't care.
Oh,
but,
okay, we're
but
good.
I think what I'm saying is like if you're dating somebody who like all their content is like their booty and like that's
Ass.
their way they make their money, I do think it's weird for a guy to come in and be like, oh, I want you to stop that.
Really?
But I think if like her content is like robust, diverse, and you know she just has like an understanding, they have an understanding, will tweak my content. That makes sense. But you can't have a girl who like only posts like naked pictures and lingerie go from that to not posting.
Don't pull it up,
Does that
man.
make sense?
Just Valdi, just leave it alone.
So, do you
So what do
think-
y'all think about that topic?
I would agree. I think it's weird for any guy to come in and tell a girl what she can or cannot post, whether it's provocative photos or her at the gym or hiking, traveling. Like, don't tell me what to post on my Instagram.
You think a guy's gonna tell you not to post
I don't think
hiking?
they're gonna post that.
I think we can stay on topic. We know what
I'm
a guy's
just
gonna
saying,
step.
in general, that's
That's
very
not an in
strange
general,
for
though.
you to come in and tell me what I can and
You
cannot
think it's
post.
strange for a
think
guy
that's
to have a problem with his girl posting her ass on Instagram? You think that's weird?
is
Okay.
obviously not the right guy if she doesn't want to stop posting her ass.
How many guys are out there? Do y'all think
they're
they're
with money?
How many guys do you think are out there that are just cool with that type of shit? And is that the guy you want?
on Instagram,
I
so I
think-
don't
So
know.
what are you battling this battle for? This ain't your
Because
battle.
I'm just saying.
I think you can still have an opinion even if it's not your battle.
No, I agree, but I just don't know what the opinion's based off of. Because
I'm just
she's-
saying you shouldn't be telling
her
me what to
default-
post.
her
I should
default was-
feel I'm into you enough where, you know what? This is not making me money, and I'm getting the attention from you.
So
I don't need
money,
to post like that.
so money,
Exactly.
what should be the deciding factor?
if that's your career, if your career is social media, then you need to keep doing
Social
what you're
media
doing.
is not what we said it was. We said provocative photos.
Okay.
Well, okay.
That's a genre.
But let's put it in like another context, right? So like, let's say it's now you start dating somebody and they're like, I don't like the fact that you only ask relationship questions around a group of all women. Stop it. I don't like that anymore. Like now only have men. Don't bring up questions. No, that's what she said. I don't like it.
But that's kind of
No
different.
single girls allowed on your podcast.
I don't know how.
different.
I think it's
He's not
similar
trying
'cause
to
it's-
get.
No, listen. It's their type of content. So again, if it's a girl that just posts it for fun, there's nothing there. I get it. But if what she's saying, that's their career or that's a form of their career, this is a form of your career. As a girl, I shouldn't come to you and be like, I don't like these things that you're doing because I dated you knowing you did podcasts, knowing you have single women on your stream, knowing
So
you.
you think?
There's
I
a deeper
guess.
issue there.
Like,
So
I
we
think it's a
should
little different.
promoting
ass.
provocative ass
Posting
photos podcasts. We should
Same
equal-
thing.
It's you make money on a media platform.
But
It is
guys-
very
but
similar. Yes.
Okay,
I do
but
think
how?
it's similar.
I don't know if we care as much about money than we do as the respect.
Well,
Like a
again,
guy,
what I'm
like
saying-
I walk outside. There's no amount of dollars that's gonna let me cool with
But do you
disrespect.
get what
No.
I'm saying? I'm
Absolutely
saying there's
not.
a difference between a girl who posts content that is provocative and if you decide to date her. And
But don't you
know
think
that's
that
her
would be
whole
up to the
content.
guy to decide whether or
But
not
that's
it's
what I'm
provocative?
saying. If a guy already dates her knowing that that's all she posts and that that's how she makes some of her income, it's strange for him to come in and be like, I met you like this and I liked you like that. You engaged me, but I want you to stop. Versus a girl who occasionally posts a picture in a bikini and you're like, that makes me uncomfortable. And she's like, okay, whatever. Like, I decide, yeah, I care about you, so I'm not going to post it because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's two different things. Bikini
but that's what I'm
and posting
saying.
ass is way different.
A bikini, it shows your ass.
No. Way
Yes, it
different.
does.
No,
yes,
no,
it does.
no.
Does a bikini show your ass?
Yeah, if you turn it
Yeah,
around,
yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
think it. I think you can be in a
Let me
bikini
finish.
and not show your ass.
Let me finish. There's a girl that can post her bikini, her whole outfit, and she's on the pool. She posts herself. She looks sexy. She looks classy. There's a different angle where you put your phone.
Yo,
up to your ass,
it's
like this.
night and day. It's not even close.
In the thong or in the G-string.
If I respect my significant other enough, though, I'm not doing that.
That's what I. Well,
Like,
hold
that's
on.
the bottom line.
That's kind of
That's what I was.
You're
That's
not in the
my
right.
point.
If you feel the need to still do that,
That was
you're
my.
not in the right
that's-
relationship.
Yeah, I'm
There
saying
you
you
go.
don't
So that's-
ask them to do it. You don't come
So,
to them and you're like.
but my question is,
It's
how?
about it's who the person you're dating.
Yeah.
It says something about them. You shouldn't. I would honestly just walk away.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I just fucking
We're
walk
not gonna
away.
have a conversation about it. I just need
I'll-
to ask you to do that. That's like already.
But if that's her living, like y'all said, then what is she supposed to do?
But then why
you
would you
entered
talk to
into
her?
that.
Yeah, but just because you enter to a man that's single, does he just continue to act single when you're in a relationship with him? Things change.
Again, but
That's a
she-
relationship,
but
does it
she
not?
should change
You are
that.
not the same person as you are in a
But
relationship as
she
you are
should change
single.
that. The girl would change that. What she's saying is the girl should feel like I don't want to post that anymore because I have a man. You don't need to demand that of her.
Yeah, no.
You don't need
You
to.
shouldn't demand that of her.
I'm not going to demand that of a woman. I'm not going to demand, like, if I
shouldn't
go
have
into a
to
relationship
demand
and she's still posting ass, all right, well, you can post ass, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she feels the need to post it
I don't
and
need to
get
be
that
with-
attention.
I don't need to
in
be
a
with a woman like
relationship,
So it sounds like it's an attention thing. It don't even sound like it's an income thing.
I think
Because there's many ways to make money. I just don't understand why it's got to be at the expense of losing your significant other
So
for it.
you could post your feet and make money.
I agree. Like you said, there's
Like-
plenty of people out there who post that make money and they're classy.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Dude,
be trashy.
there
to
is a
make
woman
money.
that I follow that she is classy as hell.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything past probably like maybe her cleavage. And she is classy as hell and she posts all the time and she gets millions of followers because she fucking looks beautiful and classy. You don't have to show your ass and
I mean,
and
not
at this angle.
let's keep it a bean. Like 99% of people, even online, that post on Instagram for quote unquote a check, ain't even really getting one.
No.
There's
they're
a small
not.
percentage of people
No,
that really touch
they're not.
bread.
They're-
And so for even the people that are doing it, what's happening is majority women that are on there, for the girls that are posting in that way, looking for that kind of engagement, they're getting it from the weirdo in the basement who literally likes to steal at,
it's like the cheap
look at their
way
feet.
to get it or something. It's like, do you really want attention from those?
And then, but look, it's they do. Like, if you go through Instagram, this is what they do. Every picture is sideways, every picture to the back, et cetera, et cetera. And so, what I think is, oh shit, damn, yo, pull her shit out.
Pull her IG. I just realized what I was saying.
But we should pull it up, and you should you should tell me if it's classy or
Classy, trashy?
Put it
All
up.
right,
Put it
we'll
up.
pull it up for the next segment.
I hate this game.
So what was the question that we were on though? What was the question?
Shit.
Why
we
your
asked the guy-
relationship ended.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I had my answers. Somehow we got to that,
All right,
but it's
so-
fine though, because we do what we do here.
All right. Well, mine's easy. Our ethnic
You gonna
groups-
drop her name?
No, I ain't.
Okay.
I don't know the names. Our ethnicity is completely different, and I can't do it again.
Damn, what does that mean?
The way that they communicate is just different. You start cursing, that doesn't fly with me. In the Hispanic world, if somebody, whether it's a woman or a guy, you start cursing at me,
What was her ethnicity?
white.
Okay.
If you start cursing at me, you're fighting words. If you start saying some random bullshit to me, they're fighting words. So I will respect you. Yes, absolutely. I will respect you 100% no matter who you are, what you do, how much money you make. But the moment that you start communicating a certain way, and then she's also from the north, so and their excuse is, oh well, this is how we communicate from the north. No, that's just being rude.
I'm just looking at Erica because she's from the north.
Yeah, I know, and not having.
You're making some generalizations.
I am, but that's because that was my experience.
I guess
My perception is not reality.
Sure if it's the
Misogyny.
ethnicity.
Your experience with one person.
Yeah, of course. Well, nobody's gonna live my world. Nobody's gonna live my life other than myself.
Wait, you would never ever date a white woman from the north again?
I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know.
Wild. That's a huge generalization.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want
but
that.
that's why I
for
told
my
him.
People,
Well,
so somebody be like, Latinas are crazy.
so that I mean, you guys are kind of crazy, but at the same time, that's why I told him in the last podcast, my perfect woman has to be Hispanic, fat ass, and he asked me why Hispanic, and we kind of proved why Hispanic the last
No, why?
podcast. What do you mean why? Because everything you answered was great. Everything that the other girl
Because
didn't
I'm
answer.
amazing, not because I'm Hispanic.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah, all right, cool. But yeah, so then that's why my woman has to be Hispanic, has to be Latina, fat ass, because we're just different, I think. The ethnicity groups are so different, so far apart from one another, that it's just way too different for me.
Okay. All right, let's give the ladies a turn after he just delivered that message about he don't date white girls from the north.
They need to eat you alive online for that.
They go cook his ass.
That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine.
All right.
Statement.
Who do we start? We started with her, you last, didn't we? On the last one.
I don't know.
Are you here? We'll start with
here.
you.
Are you-
All right. So if you had to have a conversation with your ex right now, what would you specifically tell him why you guys aren't together? From your POV. Yeah, he watching.
It's so fresh.
Oh, this is where we want it, where it's fresh.
Come on.
We want it where it's fresh.
Hell yeah.
It's not even that fresh, but like,
How fresh is how fresh is it? Fresh
it
and
was
fit?
this year.
That ain't too. I mean, what quarter?
Yeah, I don't know.
First quarter.
Second quarter. It's second. It was a summer vibe. I could feel it.
It was not. It was not.
Okay.
No,
you
but
good.
I think like, if I had to pick one thing,
Just one.
he didn't communicate his needs. No, like let me explain. Like I just feel like it had nothing to do with the relationship. I think he was going through some shit, and I understand that.
Did you
men-
leave when he was going through it? Hold on.
Yeah, sure
happened?
did.
No, I think he like completely shut down, and he was going through some things, and like I can't read minds, and I think that men sometimes don't like to be vulnerable or like to show when something's wrong. So I have no way of knowing like what it was
Oh,
that was wrong.
I felt like I just talked about this.
You did.
I did just say
And
this
I-
exact
And I wanted to cut in, but I was like, no, I'm gonna respect his time and his answer.
We're
but-
we're so scarred from last episode. Everybody's on their best behavior. Shout out to y'all for that. Where's the clap joint right here? Shout out to everybody on their best behavior. This podcast.
This is the most calm.
Yeah, this
podcast
shit
I've ever
too
been in.
calm.
This is like kind of.
Okay, so he
I
didn't.
just think he was going through. Like I could watch him and I could see like he would just kind of like zone out, and I'd be like, are you? And I would try to ask him, be like, what's wrong? Is it is it finances? Is it family? Like what it like? Let me know so I can try and help and like kind of. And I feel like that kind of just like slowly kind of drove because I didn't know what to say anymore, and I didn't know if I should be close to him or not. Like I didn't even know. So I think like slowly that kind of built and grew. And the last conversation that we had before we kind of like decided to go our separate ways, he said like, I've had all these things going through my mind. I haven't been able to say them, and I just feel like it's getting too much. And like, there's that. But I feel like if he talked about it, or at least made me aware of what it was at any time sooner, we could have talked about it. We could have worked it out, or we could have decided sooner that it wasn't going to work. But I didn't feel like I got the opportunity.
Damn. I like this one. I'm going to lean in on this one a little bit more. So let's go into a dream world. All right, so you meet me, very wealthy. What's your ideal height? You look like you're like a 6'6" guy.
200,000.
Don't get us stuck
6'6"
on the
guy.
height.
Hey,
No, 6'2" minimum. I think 6'6" a little.
so
too
let's
high.
just say 6'3", so it's
That's
just right.
ideal right there.
Okay,
So you
6'3".
play the dream music.
What ethnicity? Since we're speaking about that today. It don't matter. Whatever.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay, chocolate. Nice teeth. How much you got to make?
200.
100? 150?
It's okay.
Wherever. 100. 100 sound good.
Pay
So
his bills. He's good.
so let's just say he makes 6 figures. And I mean, when you see him jaw drop, panties are, let me not go too far.
He went to pull back. He pulled back.
And he's your guy.
Got a
Pull
clear
back.
picture in my head. Let's go.
And you are with him, and you guys are together for a year and a half, 2 years, and nothing, no red flags. I mean, met the fam, everything good to go. But something happened. Let's just say maybe a family member passes away, or mom, dad are sick, or something. How do you get a person who has gotten this successful in his life this far, has never really been through anything big, significant ever in his past? How do you help guide somebody who has everything you need, but he doesn't know how to communicate? How do you get that person to communicate so you don't miss out on your guy? Because if you don't figure it out, you will lose your man.
I mean, I think that's a great question, and I think like that's probably why I'm single. I mean, I tried. I communicated.
So would you
I
say that
tried
you
to
wouldn't?
be around? I tried to sit in silence when it seemed like he didn't want to talk. I tried to give words of encouragement. I know that he listened to motivational things, so I'd look at, send him little motivational quotes in the morning, leave him write in little postcards, little notes, because that's what we used to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But not that guy. We're talking about this.
But this dream guy.
Give me this guy. What would you?
This is what I would do. It'd be like, okay, well, I would try to talk to him. If he didn't want to talk, then okay, I'll sit in silence.
Well, clearly talking's not it.
Yeah, if we want to, if I want to distract him from it, then, maybe I plan something nice for him. Maybe we go on a spa. Maybe he likes sports, so we go do sports. Maybe I try to do things that either help him address it or distract him if it looks like he doesn't want to address it, because it's going to be a hard time.
Do you think that would help
Take care of
him?
more things in the home, if maybe that's what it's going to be. I'm big on gifts, so I think my immediate response, I would buy him stuff.
Okay, what would you do?
I would probably buy him something.
Closer
as
to the
well.
mic.
I would probably buy him something as well.
Buy him something? Okay, so we got do gestures and buy him stuff, and you would buy him stuff. What would you do?
What was the question?
The question was that if your perfect guy, your ideal guy is here,
Yeah.
and you've been with him for so long,
Yeah.
but he hits something big in life, and I'm thinking family, like mom, dad, et cetera, they're going through it, pass away, really sick, et cetera. This is your guy, but he does not excel in the department of being able to overly communicate, sit down, and may help you understand how he feels, because he's never been in a place where he's had to convey that. How do you stop from losing that man when you know this is your guy? Anya, you ready? Either one of y'all?
I can go because
Go ahead.
I've been in this similar
Okay.
situation to this.
Okay.
He might not have
Say
been my
with your
perfect
chest out.
guy, but he
Yeah, say with your chest out.
he
Okay.
went through a lot of things right when we first met, and I think looking back, I would give them make sure they had the resources that they need to get help, but ultimately just give them space. You can't, if someone does not want to help themselves, you can't do the work for them.
Okay.
And I think looking back on my last relationship, like that's something I wish I had learned faster.
Okay.
Like I was spinning my wheels trying to do the work for this person, and they did not want to help themselves.
Okay.
So I honestly think it's space.
So you said gestures. You said gestures and gifts. You said gifts. You said space. And you say...
Well, I think it depends on the person.
Always does.
I think like, obviously if you're dating somebody, you're going to know how they are. And some guys, it's very much, like, I'm going to give you your space. I know you usually retreat. I know you need your me time. Like, I'm here if you need me, but I'm giving you space. But it's not because I'm not here. It's because I know you need your space. And there are other guys that...
What if that space cost you, though? Because sometimes if you get somebody space, they take it, and they don't come back. And this is your guy.
Then they weren't meant to be.
Okay.
I mean,
in those
think,
situations, you never know, too.
Yeah, I think other guys, like, you might be like, I know that they're not going to ask me to be there, but they want me to be there. So then that's just, I'm showing up at your house, and I'm like, hey, I'm here for you, and I'm just going to chill on the couch, and you can talk to me if you want to, or you can
keep
just sit
showing
here.
up.
Yeah, and you keep showing up. But I think you know who you're dating, like, how they would react.
You just can't.
Yeah,
lose
but hold on.
yourself in it.
You can't know. You won't know this because these persons never saw this side. You gotta think like as guys get. No, I'm telling y'all, and I'm want to really I'm gonna bring you in last on this because I know you've experienced this, and even for me, you won't know this side because he doesn't even know this side.
Yeah.
This guy ain't never seen this before. So how you gonna know?
Trial and error.
I just know that you can't lose yourself in it. Like you got to figure out how to balance being there for them without losing you.
What does losing yourself mean?
I'm giving up my goals, my priorities, things.
What are your goals and priorities, and why are they bigger than him?
Because I see this person hurting, and like I don't know, especially I think for females, we have this like we see someone hurting, we want to help them, and like
so that would be
sometimes that
you mean like your
balance
natural
can-
reaction to how you nurture?
Yeah. Like sometimes that becomes out of balance to where I'm giving you everything, all of my time, all of my energy.
You don't think you should?
I think you should to a point, but if ultimately that person is not seeking out the help themselves,
I've dated
what
somebody
is you
who went
continuing
in-
to do that doing?
Yeah, I've
You're
dated
just taking
somebody
from
who did that.
yourself.
And you
But but aren't they the most important thing to you?
they shouldn't be, because if
Not
you're
more important
cut-
than
Wait, it
not-
depends.
Yeah.
What are they struggling with? They got a drug addiction, or they
The
upset?
passing of a family
Exactly.
member.
Yeah, like I just use the family. I just
Passing
use
of
something
my
significant. Everybody,
I think that's
because it won't
different.
matter because you can't really categorize what it is because everybody's impact to whatever it is going to be different.
Well,
so
I asked you
just
'cause
something substantial.
You keep saying if they're not going to help themselves, but that doesn't apply to they lost a family member.
Well, I
So
mean-
that's
It
why I was
does. If they
thinking-
need
It
to
can
get
be.
mental
It
health
can.
help, if they need
I
to
was thinking
be
like
on
drugs,
medication
no.
because they are so depressed.
It could be.
Then they don't do
Yeah,
anything,
I'm
or
not taking
they stop
medication
eating,
for
or they
that.
stop showering, or they stop doing
Yeah,
these
if you're not
things,
taking
and
care
like
of yourself.
then
So
when
at
you're
what
there,
point-
you
yeah.
have to learn how to say like, I'm missing work.
You're not that short, girl. Come on.
I feel like I just grew 2
That shit
inches.
on the floor.
No, but
That's what he said.
I think that's how you know.
Gay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like when you stop doing your own thing. So like if now I'm so concerned with you eating that I'm like trying to like get you to do these things and I'm not going to work, or if I'm going to work, I'm not even focused at work. I can't even pay attention. Like I start being at a point where I'm like, damn, I think I need therapy now. Like then you
Over a period of time.
Yeah.
Like obviously right when it happens.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, how
that is a
long is
critical
this period of time,
But
then?
like if
Yeah.
this is
What's your clock?
ongoing
Yeah,
and
what-
it's not
give me a
getting
time range.
better, I'm
What-
not going
what's-
to put a time range
You
on
can't
it.
Give me
put a time
one.
on that.
Give me
No,
You
because
can't
like
put a
you
time on
just
that.
said, everybody's like let's say we're talking about a
Yeah,
death.
so you think-
everybody's relationship
then
with
you
their
can't bring
family
up
is
the
different.
time then.
But if this person's not clearly making baby steps to pull themselves out of it,
But the
and
baby
it's
steps are
getting
based
worse,
on you. They're not based on him. He could feel like he's taking the baby steps because he got up. But if you don't feel like it's a baby
No,
step,
I
it's
can
not
see
one.
that he got up.
Well, how you going? But
I think
you
it
can't.
depends on
Well,
what
you
the
know what, baby,
problem
you got
is.
out of bed today. Good job.
If somebody lost a family member and they can't get out of bed, you can't get mad at them.
I'm not just
can't
saying,
get mad
but
at
but
that.
look, I don't want us to pigeonhole into just family member dying.
Yeah, well, that's what
I
I
want
mean,
it to be
like-
something significant to them.
Whatever, they went bankrupt. It doesn't matter.
It
These
doesn't
things
matter.
affect men, right?
All I'm
They do a good
saying
job.
is it's something
Whatever it is.
significant to them. So however that answers. So what I'll respond to that is that I think these are things that girls need to figure out. Because 9 times out of 10, the guy that y'all get with is gonna have to be burying their parents, and yet it sounds like y'all don't. If he goes
But
into
you can't figure it out till you meet your person. Everybody grieves different. Everybody reacts different.
yeah, but it
Everybody
doesn't even
needs
seem
different.
like we're ready, prepared for one angle, one situation.
You said that if you lose yourself,
Like I'm hearing
You're
like
willing
if
to
we,
lose
I heard somebody say if I'm losing myself, then I just walk.
yeah, that's exactly
How? How can you ever walk
You don't have to walk.
if you're losing yourself? Because
She said
let's
if you're
well,
draw a
losing
line.
yourself, you
Let-
have to
let's
step
flip-
back and give them space. That was
let's
what she
flip
said.
the strip. If you dating a woman and she goes through something catastrophic in her future, is there ever a point that you ever say, "Oh, I'm gonna just give them their space and I'm gonna walk"?
No.
Why are those together? Why is it I'm going to give you your space and I'm going to walk? Those are two different things.
Well, because
When you give somebody space, you run the risk that they walk.
no,
Exactly,
I'm still
but you
here.
don't walk.
I'm still showing up
That's
every
what
day.
you say. You can't say what they say. You give them the person.
Okay.
The significant, you give them space and you say, I'm still here. They get space and they say, oh, she left. So
But I'm still physically right
I'll
here.
give you an
Anya,
example.
you're just not listening to the other side of what space looks like.
I'll give you an
can't
example.
look at space from your side.
But I
you have to
think
look at space
I
from
think
their
you
side
can't
also.
generalize it. You have to say, in my opinion, if I
No,
got
I don't have to
space,
say in my
I would
opinion.
feel like it would be leaving because I think, to me, if somebody gives me space and they say, I'm here if you need me, but I'm going to let you take a second, I don't think they left. I don't
Why
think
would
they
someone
left at
ever
all.
interpret it that way if I'm saying that? To you?
Yeah, to me, it would mean, okay, you're going to give me your space. And then
That's because
gonna
you're the
show
one
up
giving
again.
the space.
No,
if a
I'm
guy
doing
you're
it
dating
both
says, I'm going to
ways.
give you some space, and he slides out of there and he's on a yacht the next day, what you going to think that as?
Okay, but now you're taking
Why
it
are
to
you getting
another
on a yacht the
extreme.
next day?
Where did the yacht come from?
What-
But if
Okay,
a guy,
let me give you an
but
example.
If a guy tells me
That's
I'm
been
going to
my
give you
experience.
space, and he
That
goes-
what I just said?
Not the yacht, but like
The space.
out with other girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let
like
me
that's
give
what
you an
space
example. Okay,
is.
that's not-
You
I've never
guys,
had
you
that
guys, you
happen
can't
to me.
define what space is to the person. Say, hey, this is space. When you sit in the house, we all good, V? Okay. You can't define what the space is. That's why I say space is dangerous.
I guess to me,
Because
space,
you
Then
can't
that's
define
not
what
I'm
it is.
giving. I'm
To
not
me,
giving
space-
whatever you just said.
Space?
does space mean a
then,
break
yeah, I'm not
to
giving
you?
space.
Huh?
Does
That sounds like
space
a break.
mean like a
Yeah.
break?
No,
No,
you
space
just
is whatever it
disappear.
means to that person.
What does it mean in this context for you right now?
It doesn't
When
matter.
you say
It-
space. It does matter
No,
because I
no.
don't think we're understanding. So you have to
No,
define
because
your
there's not
space,
one.
and
No,
we have
there's
to
not
define
one
our space.
definitive definition of space. Is why I'm saying that's why it's dangerous to give it to
But
begin
we're
with.
disagreeing, so we have to say what our definition.
Well, it's not that we're
of space is.
disagreeing. Now you're just more aware that the term space is
I
dangerous.
think you'd have to ask the person, what is
Yeah.
your definition of space?
Guys,
That's
so we're
why
gonna
I'm
have
saying
an
we should
amicable.
ask.
We're gonna have a cool, straightforward discussion with this person that can't communicate.
No, we're
This,
gonna say,
these are real relationships. Like
All right.
y'all
You
have
need
seen
to know
this
that
type
ahead
of
of
stuff.
time.
So let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I communicated with this one woman. I said, hey, she asked me, she said, hey, what's wrong? I usually don't communicate about this stuff, but she said, what's wrong? I said, I don't feel good. My father passed. This is what's going on.
Now, mind you, keyword, he said, I don't usually communicate. That man is 35 years old.
Yeah, like as far as that goes, because it's been the same experience. So I tell her, hey, I don't feel good. My father passed. I'm thinking about my father. Okay. I'm here for you. Okay. That's what she said to me. And then goes cold.
That's the space.
That's
But if you're in a relationship with someone, you should know what comforts them in that moment.
Anya, stop.
but what is goes
That
cold with?
that is a
Like,
real
Wait, and you never heard from
situation.
her again?
Yeah, I have a question. I
This
have
when
more
y'all
follow-up.
girls say space, that's y'all space.
I have more
sometimes.
follow up though.
That's
like,
not my
like,
space.
were you guys talking like communicating regularly, and then she just kind of disappeared, or like what do you mean she went?
we're
just
communicating
girlfriend?
every day. No, it was not my
Girl.
girlfriend. No, it wasn't my girlfriend, but we're communicating every day, though.
Okay.
Every day.
Basically, your girl. You just know wife it up.
Were you always
Okay.
texting her first,
We were both texting
Misogyny.
and everything, FaceTiming, everything.
and then she just stopped
And then
responding?
And I was like, oh, okay.
That's fucked up.
That is
Yeah,
fucked
that's
up.
different. I don't.
Well,
think this
I'm
is
not gonna
right.
say it's fucked up yet because
And
you
then,
have to
hold on.
understand.
And then
well, yeah, go
I did
ahead.
had another experience where
Damn, another girl.
so
Oh, shit. Don't get him in trouble.
I know, right? So she says, "All right, cool. Well, I hope you feel better." Because a lot of people have been checking in on me. Hey, how you feeling? How this and that, right? I say, hey, yeah, I'm just in my feelings and shit. Okay, cool. Have a good night. All right, cool. I'm like, why the fuck you even asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
why
see,
the fuck
that
you
should've
ask me if you're gonna say, all right, cool, good night? I'm like, then
That
bitch,
should
don't
have
waste
been
my
with
time.
a follow-up question, like, do you need
Do
it?
you
Like,
want me
do you
to
want to
bring you
talk?
something?
Do you
But
want-
guys,
Yeah.
let's put it in a realistic situation.
Yo.
What he says, because you're getting pieces. A situation like that, You've asked that man for the past month and a half. When you guys say, I don't want to lose myself anymore, you start losing yourself. You start hammering this person. They're not opening up. They're a tight capsule. And you ask him a question like that again. And maybe that's the last straw. And then when you say, I'm starting to lose myself, I need to distance, I need my space now, that's what happens. Because y'all acting like it's the next day and you guys are going to be so cheery to do it. Just imagine that for 3 months of I'm good. Do you still stay month 4?
Yeah,
no.
I don't think simply asking someone if they're okay or how they're doing today is losing yourself.
No, but don't limit it to that. It's in scope. Understand that this person has not been the same for 3 months. You leaving?
No, I
After
think
3 months, no.
So for me, I would have a conversation with him, and he doesn't have to respond. I'd probably send a text so that he doesn't feel like pressured. And I would say, hey, I know that you need space. I'm really feeling like we're not moving forward. I just want to know where your head's at. Do you still want to keep working on this? It's okay if you still need space. I just want to know.
What if he just says yeah? He just says yeah.
I think it also depends on how long you've been together prior to this happening.
Yeah.
Did I just meet you and we haven't even defined the relationship?
Yo, this is gonna be tough.
We're 6 years in.
So
if we're 6 years in, that's a totally different
We're definitely not
situation.
talking. Who's dating for 6 years?
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying like if we're
Married,
officially
whatever.
dating,
We're
yeah.
Married, that's a different. It's different.
hopefully you don't
married,
leave.
you
Hopefully you
can't
don't
leave.
leave.
Yeah. What
I've
space
known
are you
this
getting
person
in
in an
married?
intimate way for 6 years, whether that we're married or we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I've still known you for 6 years.
Yo, I had 2 friends.
Married
that
is
are
not the
girls,
same as
and they
boyfriend and
never give
girlfriend.
space.
You know that, right?
I do know that, but I'm just saying you have still known this person for the same amount of time.
I mean, I've known Erica for 10 years. It doesn't make it married.
No,
In an
but your
intimate
rapport
way.
is different.
What do you mean?
Like your rapport would be different. You wouldn't just you'd probably be more likely to stick around her than me if we both had the same attitude shift because you know me for a day or two and you've known her for 6 years.
Yeah.
You have rapport.
Hold on. One is marriage.
No, I'm not comparing it to marriage. I think
I'm
what
just
she
talking
meant
about
was
the length
the
of time
rapport.
of knowing.
Yeah,
a
but
human
length of
being.
time doesn't matter when it's. I don't care if you knew somebody for 6 months. Once it's married, it's over. I don't care 6 months versus 6 years of friendship. It's not the same. Once it's marriage, it's a different category.
I
don't
mean, I
think
think
it-
that's
6 months of dating and a marriage were equalizing somehow.
no. Well, I'm
Okay, so we do
General
understand.
length of time
She
of
would
knowing
say.
somebody.
I think she made the example of if I've known him for 6 years, and you said 6 years, nobody's dating for that. You should be married, and she's like, okay, whatever. But
Yes.
you took it to marriage. She was just
I'm
saying.
just saying
I did
I've
not say
known
the
the
term
human
marriage, she
being
did.
for
she
6
was
years.
just saying.
I
if
said
you've known
nobody-
someone for a long time.
That's not the. Okay, I'm just using
You
what
could
she
play
said.
it back.
I didn't
'cause
say
was paying
married.
attention.
I did
she
not
did
say
not.
married.
I
You
said for 6
nobody's
years you
dating
should
for
be with somebody. You should be married. Then you said, okay, well, married.
Whatever. You've known this person for 6
Are
years.
you gonna co-sign? Because now she said it. She
So
said whatever.
What I'm trying to say is she was trying to say whatever to your point of like whatever. My point was 6 years. If I've known this man for 6 years, I'm not just gonna dip on him.
But that's
If
not
I've
the same
known
as
this man for a
if I
month-
don't. If
but
you know
that
somebody
wasn't
for
the
3
question.
years in marriage,
That
it's not the
wasn't
same.
question. The question was, when do you leave? It had nothing to do with marriage.
Yeah, but if it's a
When do you-
relationship that you're dating, you can leave. If it's a marriage, you can't.
I was
That's
trying
the
to bring it
difference.
back.
That's
It didn't
fair.
sound like
We can
he had
agree.
So
defined
you
the
can
relationship with the
you
girl.
can know somebody
Yeah,
for
that's
2.
why she brought it up.
You said
'Cause
what?
The girl you were talking about. You
If he
did
was
not
married,
have a
what would happen?
defined relationship
If he
with
was
her,
married,
right?
what would happen?
Can I confirm?
Yeah. If he was
You
married,
didn't
what would
have
happen?
like you hadn't talked about like are we boyfriend, are we girlfriend, are we just talking? You had not had that
we-
conversation.
No, we were like communicating every day and stuff like that. We were not boyfriend
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
But then I give you an example. Then her, she hasn't known me for that long, and yet when my father passed, her and another friend of hers were with me almost every day, and they always wanted to say, hey, even though they asked me several times, hey, you need something? I would always say no. They would always be like, hey, we're going to your house. We're going to get your house ready if you need anything. We're going to buy you something. We're going to give you food. You're going to be here with you. Like
I didn't hear nobody say that.
her and the other female, both of them, they're just friends of mine, were always there with me. Like, as far as when my father passed away, her and the other female would go to my apartment. Even though I told them, don't do this, they would clean up my apartment. They would cook for me for some reason. They would. I fell asleep crying on her shoulder one day, thinking about my father. I fell asleep crying on her shoulder and on the shoulder of the other girl. They were both there with me the entire way. Nobody else was.
What I love about what he just explained, it showed that when you get in a relationship with somebody, there's a different person they can be when you go through difficult shit. But when you're a friend with somebody, they never leave.
Yeah.
And so what I noticed that I would almost prefer somebody to be my friend. Because I know if I do some fuck shit tomorrow, they still gonna be there because they're gonna look at all the good. When you date somebody, they evaluate you like everything you do is the most important thing, and they get to a point where they walk. Why is that? It should be reverse.
Because you go straight to dating and you're not friends first.
Because the different emotions are involved too.
But is that? I mean, should that be okay? Because I feel like
everyone's trying to move so fast.
Well, even if you don't move fast, like even if you don't,
Send them flowers.
once you cross into don't send them flowers to Anya.
Be a gentleman.
She's gonna fucking block you on Instagram.
Fucking
But
weirdo.
what I think, like, why is it that for some reason when your friends are going through something, you're so persistent, you're so concerned, you're so reach out, but why is there like a clock? Why is it a conversation? Well, you know, I got to a place where I felt like I was losing myself, but your friends don't say they're losing themselves.
Yo, they never, and they were there like every day.
Why does that
every
happen,
day.
Anya? Why do you lose yourself? That's your person. Because I think about if I'm with a girl and let's say something significant, it doesn't have to be a dad, but if she goes through something, you don't ever leave. No. That's like the military. It doesn't matter if it's safer to run south. If my man's in the bunker, I'm going back, and if I gotta go, I gotta go.
I agree.
But why do not people look at that? Because I think the person that they're initially in that relationship with to begin with was already on some bullshit. And now they got to drag themselves through some new bullshit with that person. The issue is you guys are in the bunker with the wrong person to begin with.
Yeah,
and now y'all go
right
through, oh, that's different.
But I think also I have different boundaries with my friends versus my significant others. And maybe that's a bad thing.
Okay, let's hear about
I think everybody does.
Valdi, how we doing? We good?
We good.
What happened
Okay, just checking on you, big dog. If you hungry, I got some Cheez-Its in the cabinet right here.
Damn, that sounds good.
Jesus. Such a
Got
bad
waters in the fridge, whatever you need, man. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I don't know, like my boundaries with my friends, I have boundaries with my best friends and I could never lose myself. And I think sometimes when we're in a relationship and we're head over heels and they're the love of my life and yada, 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 you lose yourself because you don't set those boundaries. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying it happens.
But we want to know why. Like why are we not why are we not controlling that?
We should.
I guess for me it's like
glasses.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
Well, because you even said it, you were like, what? I forget what you said.
It's such a smooth podcast. I love y'all.
Yeah, way too smooth.
I don't even like how smooth this shit is.
Yeah, this is way
like
too
some
quiet.
Good tequila right now.
I'm like falling asleep. I need some drama and some shit.
I forget what you even said, but it was like something about it's rose.
Like the boundaries.
Yeah, but it's like rose-colored glasses, right? Because when you're dating somebody, sometimes you don't even realize you're like sacrificing certain boundaries because you like them so much, and it's like you're only seeing the good in them. It's like when you break up with somebody, you're like, how did I not see this? Like, he was an asshole.
You create
like
false realities of who they are.
But at the time, you're like,
in your head.
I love when he was an asshole.
Do guys do that? Do guys do that?
What?
Do you like? Have you dated a girl and you just saw her for all the positive and ignored the negative? Or when you see the negative, you out?
You start seeing them and then you start adding them and you're like, wait a minute, hold on.
And you see that relatively quickly?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a guy-girl
Guys are better at that than us.
I noticed those things, and it's like a snowball.
Like turn-offs for me, I'm just like, X.
Because girls are natural nurturers, too. So girls are like, oh, like, I'm going to fix him. Like, I could help. Like, whereas guys are like...
I think, well, hold on. I do hear this statement often. I won't give it a say. I think guys are more nurturer than women.
No, never.
I think men are more nurturing than women.
You said you hear that often.
I hear that women say they're nurturers, but I'm just like, guys are way more nurturing than women.
I think when we love deeper.
Okay, well, let's give you an example. We only got two guys here.
Yeah, so I think when we love deeper, we definitely love more than you guys. We don't leave your side.
We're nurturing.
Whether we
I
lose
don't know
ourselves
how
or not.
a woman could out-nurture
But I mean nurturing, like, not just your girlfriend.
I mean, I know I'm creme de la creme, but I'm just saying. Like, I would.
Where's the?
I feel like which one you at right here? It's wrong. Hit that right there.
That one.
Wrong.
Where's the cap?
Cap right here. Stop the cap.
I can't do it.
Damn, just got home.
Stop the cap.
Damn, she stopped to cap me on the nurture.
No, but here's the thing: women are nurturers in everything. like you guys might think in your relationships you're a nurturer, but I mean like women are just natural nurturers. Like if I see a stranger crying on the side of the street, I'm gonna be like, are you okay? Like, can I help you? You're not gonna do that as a dude. That's not your nature.
Stop the cap.
Okay, so
You'd be like, that's weird, and you keep on walking.
Yeah.
Nah.
That's what you would say.
No,
No?
guys would do that. Girls are
No,
more
guys,
natural,
if it's
like,
another guy, you'd be like,
girls
keep
are
walking.
nurturers to strangers. Like
Guys aren't nurturers to strangers?
I don't think so.
I don't, you guys.
They can
go
be
ahead.
like I had. So my brother and I were raised by the same parents, right? And like we're both born days apart. He is way more caring than I am.
That's
Way
what I
more caring.
know. Guys
Like,
are
the
more
difference-
nurturing than
But
women.
like might be circumstantial then, because
But
that
like
is
the
not the case with
difference
my brothers.
is in the guys that I know, the difference is they're not going to
is
say
true.
it the
Italians.
same way.
Hey,
Different over
hey,
They
hey.
don't say it like we
Northerners.
do.
I grew up in Georgia since I was 8.
I'm just
so-
fucking you, but I had to. It was a layup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I see it, and I see it as you guys just don't express it the same way. But I think
I think guys
I put my foot in my mouth, but y'all are more detail oriented.
I think guys express nurturing. Yeah.
No.
Shout out to her. Yes, sir.
Let's take
Okay,
a poll on the
I
street.
agree with
Guys
you.
are not detail oriented.
The guy I'm
So-
talking to.
So guys are more. Hold on. Do we have that on record? Vote. Guys are more nurturing than women.
We got it. We got it.
Stop the cat.
No, not as a generalization, but
Guys are
some
not
guys
detail-
can be.
Yes.
Brian, we've known each other.
I
for
think
how
if
many
you guys
years?
dealt with the right men,
Yeah, the right ones.
the right ones are
How
more
many gentlemen have you guys turned away?
Yeah, you guys. I mean,
Ever?
guys, you have to think about
I
how.
love the gentleman. So
Think
I'm not turning them
about
away.
think about a man in general. Not even all men, but just I'm gonna say majority. You go out. A guy approaches you. He buys you a drink. He asks for your number. He invites you to dinner. He takes you to dinner. He pays for the dinner. He drops you off at your house. He buys you flowers. He does everything.
Feeling a little called out.
Oh,
He buys you flowers. He texts you all day. He is literally chasing you the entire time. You have
Check.
done nothing to even
Check.
deserve that yet, but just be your gender.
Yeah.
Yep.
So where do women get this notion that they're nurturers before? When have they shown it to the guy?
That was too much for
They
me.
usually show their nurturing to the wrong guy. And then they claim that they're nurturing,
don't
but
think that's
until
fair.
you meet with the right guy, or you start dealing with a certain caliber of men, you start realizing like, hold up, I can't walk in that guy's shoes. He gonna take care of the bills, pay the bills. I don't have to pay no rent, cooks me food, pays for this, pay for that. Y'all ain't been around no nurturers. That's why y'all think y'all
But
more
I don't
nurturing.
think they both
True.
can exist
Absolutely.
like without like she can
False.
say I'm a nurturer and a guy can be a nurturer too. Like
Yeah.
it's not one or the other. I was just saying men are also very nurturing. I wouldn't sit here and be
Okay,
like men
that's-
are
Well,
not.
I am saying
Yeah.
men are more nurturing than women,
I wouldn't-
especially the right men. The right men are more nurturing than
We
women.
go to
the
war
right
for you guys.
men are more nurturing than the wrong woman, but the right men
Are more
just
nurturing
as
than the right
nurturing
women.
As the right woman.
No.
Yes, because you can.
You gonna
both
take- you gonna
be
pay for the rent?
equally- You can both.
You
be
gonna pay for the
equally-
rent?
So what does nurturing
You
mean?
went
There are
to a
two
war?
ways.
It's easy.
You take care of it in that way, but I think a woman can be nurturing in a different way. Like, again, and you could disagree with me, but cooking and cleaning.
I can
and
cook.
Being like,
I
oh
can
my
clean.
God, how are you? And da-da-da.
I can do
like,
all that.
That's also nurturing.
I can do that.
And you're
I do
gonna
that.
express it differently. You're gonna express it by paying. You said for
Everything
dinner,
that
for
you
buying the
said that
flowers,
you
for doing these
everything.
things.
So explain to me what nurturing is, but for your standards.
And my standards,
Yeah.
nurturing is taking care of something else. And
Like
doing it in a way
specifically
that
your
shows
angle
care.
for a man.
For a man versus
So if you're
women,
dating me, what are you doing that's considered nurturing?
I'm cooking.
Okay,
I'm cleaning.
I cook.
I'm
I
asking
do
you
the
how
cooking.
You're doing. I'm giving
Hold
you
on, slow down
massages,
now.
like-
Let me respond and let you know I do all that. So you say you cook, I cook.
Okay, so if you say I pay for the dinner, I can pay for the dinner too.
I don't need
If
you to pay for dinner.
Think
That's not
I don't need
nurturing.
you to
Gender
cook.
specific.
I don't need you to cook though.
They're not gender roles.
No, I'm just saying, like, yes, either gender can nurture.
Exactly. Like
I'm not sure what you're arguing.
so when I say I can cook, you say no,
I
can
said
cook too.
that guys, the right guys, are more nurturing than the right woman.
and we're saying no.
And you're saying no. And so
I
I'm
think
telling
it's
you,
very specific to the person. I don't think you can generalize.
When have a woman ever put a
I
guy
said
on a
the right
pedestal?
guy. Why can I not say that? I said the right
the
one.
right guy, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say yes. You're more nurturing than
I
the
think you
wrong
just
guy.
said
Yes, you
the
are.
right guy.
I did just say
previously you
that.
just said guys.
No, I said the right guys. I've
The
constantly
right
said the
guy,
right.
yes.
Yes, for the 500th time. The right guy is more nurturing than. It's way more nurturing than the right woman.
See, and I disagree because the right woman would be just as nurturing.
How?
I don't know. She would be nurturing.
I don't know either.
Just as
I'm trying to
nurturing,
figure it out.
I don't think any woman has ever put a guy on the pedestal, but a guy has.
Oh,
always
that's a
put-
goddamn lie. There's
That
a
is
fucking
a lie.
president in the
That's
White
not-
House.
Guys,
Man is-
your
we put
experience
all of
with the
them.
wrong guy.
No, we put
A president
all
in the
of them.
house. What'd you say?
Like men are all on pedestals in our society. So yes, women do put men
That's
on
because
pedestals.
we voted them
No,
in
no,
there.
no.
But I mean,
with the
that's
wrong guys. I'm like,
like,
Yeah, the wrong guys are on pedestal,
Yeah.
not the right ones.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We
Y'all
still
wouldn't have a
put
problem.
men on
Y'all wouldn't have a
pedestals.
problem with the right guy being on a pedestal. You just have a
goes
problem
back
with
to
the
the
wrong
conversation about slapping girls in the ass. If it was an attractive guy, it'd be fine.
Shout out to the ass man.
But I mean, if
It was a
I don't
lower
want-
back.
I
It
don't
wasn't the
want any
ass
guy
man.
No, no, no,
slapping
we
my
said-
ass.
Oh, y'all went exclusive.
yeah, we went ass.
We were talking about sexual harassment.
Yeah, sexual
All right,
harassment with an ugly ass
Baldy,
person.
Baldy, do we need a break?
If you guys want to.
All right, let's
doesn't
break.
have to happen.
yeah.